Hello everyone, this is Dr. Aaron Seaton with the Chiropractic Place, and today's video is about the importance of iodine. Now I'll give you a history on this. Back in the last century, we started discovering that people who would develop goiters had a deficiency in iodine, and this was actually pretty easily remedied where people began to put iodine into salt, because salt is a common thing used in people's daily routine with their food. So this would ensure that the population was getting enough iodine to support normal thyroid function. So the further inland you live, the less iodine there is kind of naturally occurring in the soils and in the food. If you live close to the coast, there's much more of an abundance of iodine in the soils, in the seafood, actually in the beef that's raised there, because the iodine can get into the grass. So, but the further inland you live, the more you are likely to have some iodine issues. And iodine deficiencies can cause a number of different health problems. Brain fog is one of them, mental issues. And obviously the one that most people would understand is iodine is the building block of thyroid hormone. And so if you don't have enough iodine in your diet, your body, your thyroid gland is going to have trouble making thyroid hormone. And signs of like hypothyroidism is difficulty losing weight, fatigue. These are signs that you're not getting enough iodine. And I've actually ran into this in my practice a number of times where patients had labs done and they noticed, hey, my thyroid is kind of underperforming. It shows that I have low thyroid hormone. And they say I have hypothyroidism, I may need to start taking medication. So one of the things I've noticed now is that there's an increased popularity in people using like Celtic sea salt or Himalayan sea salt. And if you read the bottles of these, it's pretty clear. It says this is not a source of iodine, a necessary nutrient. And they have to put that on a label for good reason, because we need iodine as part of our diet, especially where we live. We're a little bit more inland. And we've actually seen dramatic results with just telling people start using an iodized sea salt instead of just Himalayan sea salt or plain table salt that doesn't have iodine in it. You need to have iodine. If you still want to use the Himalayan salt, then make sure you're at least mixing it at least 50-50. But I've had patients where we've got their labs completely normal within 3 to 6 months by just making sure they're using iodized sea salt instead of whatever other sea salt that has no iodine. So it's very important for thyroid function, for metabolism. That's what thyroid hormone does, keeps our basal metabolic rate going. So very important thing to remember. We've learned this lesson in the last century, and we're starting to see people kind of drift away from this. Is pretty sound advice to make sure you're getting enough iodine in your diet because of the major impacts it can have on your overall health. I'm Dr. Aaron Seaton with the Chiropractic Place.